So in this video, we will be covering about the topic of update or change, as I should say, change in ARS date. Guys, do remember the official ARS date set by Paris sir is till 24th of February, 24th of September 2020 and hasn't been changed yet. ठीक है? But I have changed the ARS date for my own study and I have plotted my own phase to conclude with my current ARS date. Guys, just remember this is just my personal analysis that I did with the set probabilities and have concluded with this particular date. And I'll also be explaining why I have set this date as my ARS date, which is 3rd of Feb 2021. Okay. The date that I have set is 3rd Feb 2021. Do remember, do guys just do remember this. I reserve my right to be wrong, and my date can be wrong. My ARS date can be wrong. Let's head on further. Why 3rd Feb 2021? I'll just explain you that in a while. Till then, let's recap the process and phases that we set for previous ARS dates. Okay. Let me show you something. Let's first recap how we used to set the ARS date. Okay. So as you guys can see, this particular analysis that I made was of 27th of February 2021, uh, and I like to call this analysis as wait a second. Let me show you this analysis. I like to call this analysis as uh, projection and death analysis. But before that, let us understand the previous ARS date. Let me show you. I guess something. Huh. 30th of October 2019 was an ARS date. Why? Because it was a phase of consolidation. As I explained in the previous video, that a phase needs to be completed uh, either in 65 sessions, either in 65 sessions, or within 3 months, or even a sudden swing actions like this, like how the COVID-19 crash happened. Sudden swings or jerks can be considered as our ARS date as well. Let me recap. 30th of October 2019 was a ARS date because it had a phase of consolidation. The phase of consolidation was within the 75 sessions, which was in like 3 months. 106 days are approximately 3 months only. Now let's talk about the other date. ARS date of 13th Feb 2020 was the start of COVID-19 crash. This particular swing low was the start of COVID-19 crash. 13th Feb was the start of COVID-19 crash. And this happened in 2 months. This happened in 2 months within 26 sessions. Let me show you. 25th of March 2020 isn't the official ARS date, but it can be considered as it can be plotted as a start of recovery from the crash. Now the next official ARS date, which was set by Parikh sir, was 3rd of July 2020, and it was a start of consolidation phase. It was a start of consolidation phase after the breach of 200-day moving average, which happened in 65 sessions and 94 days, approximately 3 months. Now our next ARS date was now our next ARS date was 24th of September 2020, and the phase was start of an uptrend. This happened after the price took the support from 200-day moving average, and the uptrend was withstanding, guys. Uptrend which happened after taking the support of 200-day moving average was withstanding, which then never saw the 200-day moving average again. So my ARS date, so my current ARS date, let me show you my current ARS date. My current ARS date is 3rd of February 2021. Okay, this is my ARS date. Let me show you the reason behind it. So why 3rd of February 2021, you'll ask, right? For that, let us understand first about projection and depth analysis, which I studied like a year ago, and I just recall that this is beautifully happening in the Nifty 50 as well. That's why I just started projection and depth analysis on like 25th or 25th to 27th March, and I concluded, and I just posted about this analysis in the group about projection and depth analysis. First, what is projection? Okay, what is projection? And projection is nothing but the distance that price have moved in the direction of the trend. Projection is a trending move. Okay, projection is the trending move. This trending move, you can see in uptrend, the trending move is uptrend, right? The trending move is uptrend, higher high. Okay, this is the projection. Projection are from this high section to this high. Okay, and what is depth? Okay, let me show you what is depth. In projections, we measure the projections of above or below, like from for uptrend or downtrend, from the previous pivot points, which is for uptrend it has to be a swing high, and for downtrend it has to be a swing low. Now we move on to measure the depth of the retracement. Depth of the retracements are nothing but the pullbacks in the trend. That is the price movements that are against the trend. Okay, depths are counter trend movements from this swing high position to swing low position, from higher high to higher low, from higher high to higher low. So I have explained you what is a projection. Projection is nothing but a trending move. For uptrend, the trending move is up. For the downtrend, the trending move is down. From uptrend, the trending move is from swing high point to another next swing high point. From downtrend, the trending move is swing low point to next swing low point. Okay. And for depth is a counter trend movement. It happens with it happens within, in uptrend it happens within swing high point to the swing low point. It is the depth. This is the depth. Okay? This is the depth. And in downtrend it happens from swing low point to the swing high point. Okay? Depth concludes depth is showing us just the nichla wala bhag of the trend. Okay? Is just showing us the pullback region, is just showing us the retracement or counter trend movement. Let us now plot the projection and depth analysis in our Nifty. Okay. I have already illustrated in this image that I have sent on 27th of February 2021. We can see that the trending moves which are projections. We can see that the trending moves which are projections are reducing. You can see that P3 is lower than P2 and P2 is lower than P1. Thus, it is showing that we can assess the strength of the projections are reducing. Using projection and depth analysis, we can see whether the we can look out for strength and weakness analysis. Okay. And for counter trend moves, which is depth analysis, we can see that the counter trend moves which are depths are increasing. Okay, are increasing in every consecutive moves, in every consecutive retracement or pullback moves. You can see that D3 is higher than D2 and D2 is higher than D1. Okay, depth. D is nothing but depth and P is nothing but a projection. Okay. The start point of this projection and depth analysis was has been considered as our previous ARS date, which was the start point of this projection and depth analysis is considered as our ARS date, which is nothing but our 24th of September 2020. Let me now read the messages that I posted on February 21st. Let me show you something. See, this is the date. February 27th is the date. Huh. This was the February 27th message which I just posted. Here I feel that we could enter a new phase of either downtrend or a down directionless trend. This is just an intuition and I can be wrong. Reason for this intuition is that the 50 DMA is being tested multiple times. Frequency of retracements have increased. The frequency of retracements are nothing but the depths, and retracements are happening after a withstanding uptrend, and and the retracements are happening back and back after the withstanding uptrend, and it is happening in short term. It is happening, the retracements are even increasing. The retracements are even getting bigger with every consecutive uptrend moves, and buyers could have relaxed a bit, I suppose, which means we can say that the uptrending move has started exhausting. This is just an intuition. I reserve my right to be wrong, and as I am clearly, because I am clearly forecasting the markets here on the basis of probabilities. Okay. This was the study of uh, projection and depth analysis that I made on February 27th. Okay. See here, the red mark point is 24th of September. This red mark point is nothing but a start of our projection and depth analysis. So what conclusion I made that day, I'll just read it out. Conclusion is that I feel a new phase can start. A phase is always declared after 64 candles. The Sorry, guys, just a typo. That is 65 candles and not 64. That was just a this is just a typo. I'll just edit it out afterwards. 64 candles or minimum of 3 months, whichever comes first, the of the continuous trend. Okay. Be it as I have explained you in my previous RS videos. Also, just guys, watch the previous RS videos of my playlist, of my RS playlist, and do watch it chronologically. Okay. And the phase can be of a uptrending phase, a downtrending phase, or even a consolidating phase. Okay. And the date has to be set as the start of the phase. The date, whichever we set the date, has to be a start of that phase. I reserve my right to be wrong. I really say this a lot, I guess. As I'm clearly forecasting the markets on the basis of probabilities and projection and depth analysis. I'm not at all trying to forecast the markets. This is just my intuition, guys. Okay? Since 12 sessions, markets are in directionless moves, and if this continues on to 65 sessions, approximately 3 months, then this can also go for an ARS date. The reference date is 3rd Feb 2021. Okay. Let me show something. Where it is, where is it? The 12th session which I was just mentioning about is was like this. Okay. I just made an intuition. This was just my intuition that on that date, this is the image of uh, March 4th, 2021. I just said that on that day, I just said that market can move in a directionless phase after third of after the 3rd of Feb. This I analyzed because of projection and depth analysis. Now let us see that if our 3rd of Feb 2021 is fulfilling our criteria for 65 sessions or 3 months or any sudden swings. Let me plot a daily daily chart of Nifty. This is Nifty futures. From here to here, I have just plotted to see how many sessions have been completed and how many days have been completed. Now let's see if 3rd of Feb has been fulfilled as our ARS date, can be fulfilled as our ARS date as per the current rule, which is that it has to the ARS date phase has to complete a minimum of 65 sessions or minimum of 3 months of phase. Okay? Now we can see that 3rd of Feb, which I have set as my ARS date, has only completed 43 sessions within 64 days, as it is clearly evident that it's not fulfilling those criterias. And I have just set this date. Why? Because I'll just give you out the reason why I have set this date. Guys, this is just me acting, this is just me being impatient with my analysis, and being I can even say that I am pretty overconfident about my date that I can have for it myself. uh, I can also say that I have gone flexible with the criteria that I used to use, which was of 65 sessions. I have taken almost 35 sessions from 35 uh, from 3rd of July 2021 till 35 sessions when it was completed. I have ta- I have taken 35 sessions as our criteria, 35 to 40 sessions. And guys, believe me, I could be wrong in this, but yes, I did successfully plot a short term trend. I can say short term trend. And during analyzing stocks using this particular ARS date, I have also realized that my ARS date is actually really good during my analysis, as it is clearly evident that it is also showing me short term shorter term momentum and shorter. It is also showing me the structures of shorter term momentum. This particular ARS date is also showing me the shorter term momentum. Okay. Now let me show you something. Okay. What I was analyzing, intellect design. Yes, I was analyzing intellect design. Now you will see that I have started using a new indicator, uh, unlike before, which was named as Mansfield relative strength. I have started using this one. This time I have started using, wait, let me show you which indicator I have started using. Wait a sec. This is the particular indicator, fixed reference relative strength. by Bharat Trader. This is actually a very fabulous indicator that I have started using since like 2 months, two or I don't know, 2 or 3 months, I guess, approximately. And I have also found some of the amazing signals using this indicator as well, which have made me really profitable as well. Profitable too. The advantages of this particular indicator is that we don't need to add +1 to every day on our ARS. Okay, we just need to set the ARS date directly on the settings. We don't need to add +1 +1. Okay, we just need to set the ARS date in this section, in this calendar section directly. Uh, so you can see that my current ARS date is 3rd of February 2021, and the timing is 5:30 a.m. Okay, am, because the timing is 5:30 a.m. because then it will start, it will also take 3rd of February session into consideration. Or else if you don't take 5:30 a.m., it won't be taking 3rd of February into consideration for analyzing the RS. Or else it will start analyzing from 4th of February if you start the 3rd of Feb from 9:15. Okay, just know this. I have set this particular time. Okay. Now let me analyze some indices and sectors using this particular ARS date and this setting. Let me also show you something. Let me analyze first Nifty, my favorite. Let me show you the analysis of Nifty in the naked charts only, because ARS won't be useful in Nifty, because we are the RS which is used for comparing is the Nifty uh, as such, and comparing Nifty with Nifty is not making any sense, I guess. ठीक है. Uh, Now let's see. Nifty is right now between these zones of uh, Nifty is right now between these zones of 15,000 and 14,700 approx, where highest point of this zone is 15,300 regions, and the lowest point of this whole zone is 14,400 regions, which is a gap region. This was the gap candle region. Let me show you something in daily chart. It's kind of hectic using a Harley. The previous resistance of like 14,600 ish region, which was resistance, then became support after breakout, is also acting as a great support as of now. The consolidation of phase is happening between 15,300 and 14,400 regions. Okay, 14,400 regions, and it has the consolidation has started from this particular breakout, which is 3rd of Feb. That's why you can see that why I have taken the ARS date as 3rd of Feb, because from this particular date the consolidation has started. Okay, guys, this particular date is our ARS date. You can see that the price is consolidating inside the POC cluster box. And guys, I would recommend that to learn about the POC clusters and Anchor VWAP, you can watch Trade with Trend YouTube channel, Ronak sir's YouTube channel videos. Guys, do remember there is no promotion intended by my side. To be honest, I have been member of this channel since like 5 months. It has been. I have been a member of this channel in his premium membership plan, where he teaches us many things like volume spread analysis, sectoral rotation, POC clusters, Anchor VWAP, and many more things. Okay? And just guys, I'm not like uh, saying this out of like promotion intent. His sheer sense of simplicity and way of explaining things is really like, believe me, is out of this world, to be honest. And in I believe that in the whole stock market, in this section of stock markets where people teach, he's the most genuine guy. He's the most genuine person I have ever found. And he is best for me. I'm really not good at I'm not really good at showing the appreciation or emotion. But guys, just understand, if you want to learn from him, the amount is very reasonable, which is only like 10 $11, and I have been learning that knowledge is of really like 10 lakh dollars worth. Okay? And believe me, the knowledge he has been providing me is very valuable. I would highly recommend you guys, if you can afford, I would highly recommend you to have his premium membership channel and experience his premium membership once actually, once, just try it once and you will continue. For me, Ronak sir and Aswat Damodaram sir are like best. This POC cluster and Anchor VWAP, I learned from him everything. Okay? Now back to my analysis, I'll show you. And do remember, I won't be teaching POC cluster region or Anchor VWAP. As I won't be cutting him at all. I won't teach the teach. Just don't ask me on comments to teach POC clusters. These are POC, the red marked regions. This red mark POC, volume profile POC, or POC, and what is a POC cluster? This POC cluster is nothing but a cluster happening inside this box. POC happening within this region. But how to interpret it, I'll just try my best to analyze and interpret it in front of you, but I won't be teaching you, as I won't be cutting him at all. And Anchor VWAP 2 I have learned from him. So guys, just don't ask me to teach that. Okay? Back to analysis, guys. Now back to analysis, we can see that all of my Anchor VWAPs, let me show you all of my Anchor VWAPs. Okay? It's actually very big. The first green Anchor VWAP is from this swing high point, which was of 15,400 regions. The second Anchor VWAP which I plotted was 15,100 region approx, this swing high point. The third Anchor VWAP region which I plotted was of this swing high point of 15,300 regions. This Anchor VWAP region was acting as a great resistance before. You can see it is clearly evident that it was acting as a great resistance in this zones. But right now we can see that the Anchor VWAPs has been breached. Even we can see that the Nifty is trying to take support from this particular Anchor VWAP region. The particular Anchor VWAP region I am talking about is only the first swing high Anchor VWAP, this green one, this green line, this green Anchor VWAP line, this first swing high point Anchor VWAP, it is taking a good support from this point. Let me show you weekly CPR. Okay? And yes, do remember CPR also I have learned from sir only. So I won't be teaching you guys this too, because I won't like to cut him. I'll try my best to show you my analysis, but teaching you guys the theory, that isn't my part. This actually is a very hard process. These things which I am still learning. So teaching is really not possible at this moment. So just okay. The weekly CPR, as you can see, the current weekly CPR has also been breached, and uh, now is no more a virgin CPR. Okay. And we can see that Nifty is also trying to take support from this weekly CPR. Now let's see what happens in tomorrow's session. But just let me clarify this, that Nifty is maintaining its current stance of shorter term lower high lower low structure. This is a very shorter term, although it is right now in a directionless phase, but two swing highs are happened lower. So this is kind of a low shorter term. I won't say a big lower high lower high lower low big lower high lower low would have been a uh, would have directly been a downtrend structure, but this is just a shorter term retracement, as I can say, lower high lower low structure. This is the lower low, this is the low, this particular point is the lower high. Okay. I have explained you the Nifty too, that Nifty is taking good support from this resistance region, resistance which has become now a support. The resistance which was breached on 3rd of February 2021, and right now it's consolidating between these zones, which I explained you on like my March of 4th of March and 27th of Feb analysis. Okay. Let me show you Bank Nifty now. Bank Nifty also, I'll try my best to cover the Bank Nifty in this also, this only. Okay. Bank Nifty, as it is clearly evident that we are seeing a very deep retracement, or you can see that very deep downtrend movement as compared to Nifty. Okay. Bank Nifty is clearly maintaining its stance of lower high lower low structure, shorter term low. Let me clarify, shorter term lower high lower low structure, because if it would have been a longer term lower high lower low structure, it would have been like this. Okay. It would have been a bigger downtrending structure. As we can see that this is a higher term, is it is a longer term higher low structure of uptrend. In Bank Nifty, 1st of Feb 2021, which was the budget session, was the session where breach of swing high was happened, and the relative volumes of this portion of this particular candle region is very high too, is very high. Okay. The relative volume of this breach candles compared to all of these volumes is high, except 26th of Feb candle, except let me show you 26th of Feb, except this particular candle, this volume, unless and this particular volumes are higher than all of these volumes. Okay. Let me show you something in early chart now. Bank Nifty, as we can see currently, is Bank Nifty is currently below this POC cluster region. This particular rectangle box is the POC cluster region, and the anchor VWAPs, these colorful lines, anchor VWAPs are also acting as a great resistance as well. Let me show you daily chart. ठीक है. This anchor VWAPs are also acting as, this colorful lines are also acting as the anchor VWAP from this swing high point, from this swing high point, ठीक है, are also acting as a great resistance right now. And Bank Nifty is outside this particular POC cluster region, this box, and the POC cluster region are also in a downtrending move, but it is right now acting as a resistance too. Okay. But we can see that although in daily chart we can see that the uh, current volume of today's candle is relatively lower than the previous bullish candle. This previous bullish candle, weekly CPR is still verging and acting as a great resistance. This whole CPR region, this dotted lines, let me show you what is a CPR. This CPR is acting as it is currently a virgin CPR, and it is acting as a great resistance. 50% of this particular candle, which is of like 1st Feb only, 1st Feb, the budget candle, 50% of this region can act as a good support as well. And right now the Bank Nifty is between the zone of 36,500 and 32,900 region. Okay. Let me show you something. Let me plot the Fibonacci to Fibonacci retracement from this point to this point. Okay. We can see that Bank Nifty is right now at this particular Fibonacci retracement. You can see this. Okay. At this particular Fibonacci retracements, it is at 61.8 levels. Okay. Let me show you the weekly time frame chart of Bank Nifty. Let me show you in the normal Bank Nifty now. This is the futures of future Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty futures. From this swing low to from this swing high, Bank Nifty is currently at 61.8 Fibonacci level. Okay. Now we can see in weekly chart of Bank Nifty that, see in weekly chart, the high region of 30 to 600, this particular high region of 30 to 600, which was this particular region, which was acting as a great resistance. Okay, which was acting as a great resistance, was breached on 1st of Feb. On 1st of Feb, which is the budget candle. Okay. Once this resistance was tested on 11th of Jan as well, and after that on 1st of Feb, this particular high region was breached. This particular high resistance of 32,600 was breached. So right now we can say that there is a change in polarity. Change in polarity, guys, change in POLARITY. Polarity, change in polarity is nothing but when the resistance region, is breached, when the resistance region is breached and now is acting as a great support, or when the support region, let me just illustrate what, let me just define what is a change in polarity. I'm just saying, when the resistance region is breached and now acting as a great support, resistance becomes support, or when the support is breached in downtrend, when the support is breached and now acting as a great resistance, that thing is called as a change in polarity. In short, resistance becomes support and support becomes resistance in downtrend. In high uptrend, resistance becomes support. In downtrend, support becomes resistance. This is just a change in, this is concept of change in polarity. Let's look at today's most outperforming sectors as well. The today's most outperforming sector was, I guess, Nifty Metal. Yes, yes. Let me plot the daily chart. In Nifty metal, you can clearly see that the metal is having Nifty metal is having a clear vertical momentum. This is a vertical momentum. In RS chart, the 15th Feb took the 15th on 15th Feb, RS took both SRS and ARS took a support from the zero line. The zero line is this black line. Okay, the zero line, and continued its outperformance. Hence after. Okay, look at the ARS chart as well. Okay, let me show you ARS chart. CRS or ratio chart. See how beautifully this particular symmetric triangle was breached in the trending move. Okay, in the trending move, and the CRS also started its outperformance hence after. Okay, in RS on 15th of Feb, both ARS is this black line, SRS is this blue line. Both ARS and SRS took support from zero line and continued its outperformance. In CRS, Nifty metal broke this particular symmetric triangle and continued its outperformance. Okay, guys, to learn about just to remind you guys, to learn about ratio charts, CRS, ARS, and SRS, watch my previous videos of RS playlist, relative strength playlist, and watch it. Just make sure to watch it chronologically. Let me go to next outperforming sector. Next, I won't say outperforming sector. Next strong sector, which are in my radar. Okay. Nifty IT. See how this beautiful volatility contraction pattern. This particular thing is a volatility VCP volatility contraction pattern. Volatility contraction pattern was invented or introduced by us to by us sorry introduced to us from Mark Minervini sir, and see how this क्या बोलते हैं, VCP pattern occurred beautifully and broke. VCP broke, and the VCP pattern broke above AR above. Let me show you ARS on 15th of Feb. ARS breached the zero line. On 18th of March, sorry, 19th of March, ARS took the support from the zero line and started its outperformance. SRS is right now moving near the zero lines. In CRS, Nifty IT just broke this particular lower high, lower low trend line, and it also broke this particular symmetric triangle and continued its outperformance. And Nifty IT is currently outperforming the Nifty. Let me show you the next sector. This is how I analyze the sector. This is how I do sectoral analysis. Okay. Let me show you Nifty FMCG. In Nifty FMCG, you can see FMCG sector. You can see that the FMCG is right now moving in this particular stage structure. It can be a transition structure. Transition structure is nothing but the breakout structure. You can also learn about transition structure from Ronak sir as well. Okay. I just highly recommend his channel to you guys. ARS broke the zero line on 18th of March, and SRS is kind of getting near the. It's moving in a higher high high low structure, and SRS is kind of getting nearer to uh, zero line. Okay, FMCG is currently in our radar. Okay, in Ronak sir's radar. In CRS or ratio chart, we can see that the trend line was broken. Okay, this particular stage structure was broken. This is a transition structure. Guys, to learn about stage structure, just read book from Stan Winston's book, or you can even subscribe to uh, Ronak sir's channel, to Ronak sir, which is Trade with Trend channel, to learn about the stage structure. There are four stage only: stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. Okay. Right now we are this particular thing is a stage 1. Uptrend move is the stage 2. Okay. Pharma sector is also under my radar. Let me show you pharma sector as well. Yes, pharma. Huh. As we can see that pharma clearly broke this particular downtrending lower high lower low move. Both ARS and SRS, the ARS is currently near the zero line, and SRS is trying to get near, but SRS is underperforming only. Okay, pharma is currently being underperformed. Okay. In CRS, we can see in ratio charts, we can see that Nifty Pharma has broke the RS line, has broke this particular trend line region, and also broke the 20 MA Nifty slow moving line also, and has started this, but it's currently right now not outperforming the Nifty. Let me show you some examples of uh, stocks as well using this. Okay. The first stock which I selected was Nifty. Sorry, Asian Paints. Asian Paints is a transition structure. It broke above this particular stage structure. ARS started outperforming from this date, 22nd of March, and SRS is currently touching. Sorry. Currently, SRS has also breached the zero line. Okay. We can let me plot the. This is just a rough trend line I have just drew right now. This is the straight structure. It broke above this straight structure, and right now the Asian Paints is outperforming the index. Okay. Let me show you next example using this ARS date, which is HCL Technologies. IT stock. IT is under our radar too. Okay. HCL Technologies also was having a stage structure. This is a transition structure. Transition structure is nothing but a breakout. Okay. The HCL Technologies have broke out on 5th of April with relatively higher, very higher volumes. In ARS, we can see that HCL Technologies has started outperforming on based on ARS. It has started outperforming on 9th of March. On SRS, we can see that HCL Technologies hasn't started outperforming yet. But yeah, yes, we can soon see that SRS also reaches the zero line, and we can soon get a good signal for buying HCL Technologies. Actually, HCL Technology right now is also a good buy signal, because just mind you, I'm not giving you guys the call. This is just my analysis. Okay, because the breakout was happened with good volumes as well, and wide range candles. Let me show you ratio chart. Ratio chart is not in ratio chart. We can see that this trend line was broken, and right now it's in a uptrending position. That means HCL Technologies is outperforming Nifty. Nifty 50. Let me show you this particular stock, Intellect Design. Intellect Design had a good vertical momentum. It created this triangle, and almost like a VCP pattern. Not a it can be termed as a triangle only, not a VCP pattern, because VCP patterns need a volatility contraction. You can clearly plot the VCP pattern using Bollinger Bands as well. Okay? Intellect Design is strongly outperforming the markets. Even in ratio charts, Intellect Design is just getting near the 20 MA line, and continuing its outperformance. You can even see that the volumes on the up moves are very high, relatively high, and even the candles are in wide range, which is this is also actually a very good stock for us in to keep us in for us in radar. Okay, let me show you Tata Motors. Tata Motors is a auto stock. I know Nifty Auto is not a preferable sector right now, but then too some stocks can be considered for analysis. Nifty in Nifty Auto, we can see that the SRS is outperforming, but ARS is near the zero line. In CRS, which is ratio charts, the ratio chart is the RS line is consolidating. Okay. Tata Motors is right now in the higher volume node structure. To learn about the higher volume node, lower volume node, POC region, or in short, volume profile, guys, just watch my volume profile videos. Okay. Right now, Tata Motors is in this particular higher volume node, and right now this is a pullback kind of structure. Okay. But and the pullbacks are also happening with relatively lower volumes. Okay. Let me show you a good FMCG stock, Tata Consumer. Okay. In Tata Consumer 2, this particular high region was broke. I guess I did plot some drawings on this. I don't know. I can't see it right now. This particular candle was a indecision candle, and it happened with higher volumes as well. This particular wide range candle happened with relatively higher volumes. Okay, this relatively higher volumes. Still, the uptrend structure is been maintained well and good. The pullback all kind of this is kind of a this both candles are kind of inside bar candles. This both candles have formed within this range, and the 50% of this particular candle also can act as a great support, or even this particular zone can act as a great support, and this is happening with relatively lower volumes. Okay, both ARS and SRS are outperforming. SRS has currently started outperforming, has broke the zero line. ARS from start has continued its outperformance. Okay, in CRS2, I can plot something like this. Okay, in ratio charts, we can clearly see that the high of this level, the swing high of this level was breached. It took support and continued its outperformance. Okay. This was like just I was just playing around with some stocks to show you how I am using this particular ARS date for my analysis. So guys, this was like end of my video. So in this video I have tried my best to explain you my side of and perspective of the markets and my analysis. And do remember, all credit goes to Ronak sir, Trade with Trend, Parik sir, Stan Winston, Mr. Mark Winnie sir, Mark Minervini sir, Richard Wickoff, and many more great people that have contributed in my life and my to my knowledge and the path which I am right now in. And although remember, always remember this: being in markets, you have to learn to accept yourself to be proven wrong. After all, markets are markets. Okay, markets are markets, and the simple things only works in markets. Okay, and the simple things which drives the forces of the markets are demand and supply and nothing else. All those, for me, all those news news and social media are all garbage. Markets just moves according to demand and supply. Okay, people price the markets. Guys, let me just clarify you some points after as this is the end of the video right now. uh, as right now we are near the end of the video, let me just put you guys some disclaimer. Okay, let me just clarify my point of view. Guys, I never had an intention of forecasting the markets using this particular analysis. Okay, let me show you. Look, using this particular analysis, I never had an intention of forecasting the markets or proving myself to be right and then bragging people everywhere that मैंने बोला था, ठीक ठीक है, मैंने बोला था type of thing. Guys, understand this, that my only intention was to do analysis based on probabilities. I learned about projection and depth analysis like a year ago, and projection and depth analysis, and also I learned about assessing strength and weaknesses using price and volume and using structures like projection and depth analysis. Way back, I learned like an year ago. I learned about this, and I just recalled that concept, and I made a thorough analysis of based on that. And do remember, I could have been totally wrong altogether. Okay, my analysis would have failed too. That's why I am showing you this to you guys now. On 27th or 28th Feb, my view of the markets was kind of a directionless move. Okay, my view of the markets was directionless. I was as I believe that as I believe that the markets are right now exhausting, and we can't see a crash like COVID-19 crash like before. So markets were just exhausting. Buyers have got exhaustions, because I believe that the downtrend won't occur. I just still believe that downtrend won't occur because before February, from past before February, 3 4 months, FIIs were buying and accumulating too much, so they wouldn't like exit so early, right? Anyways, like my says, I could have been wrong, and yes, I would have been wrong then. Okay. And I don't want to show you that मैंने बोला था attitude. That's why I don't publish all of this analysis publicly, because I feel that I am also human, and I'm scared to publicly post all of this publicly publish all of this analysis in YouTube or in social media, because I am scared that it can go wrong. And believe me, out of 10 times, 6 to 7 times, my bigger studies like this have gone wrong. And right now I am proud that this particular analysis have worked for me, and that's why my 3rd of Feb is the ARS date. So I hope you find this session very useful. Thank you very much for listening.